Ask, and you shall receive. What's going on, guys? Yesterday was day 20, blah, 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 and we got pictures of footprints in the snow. And by pictures, I mean a single picture, singular, not plural. We got a picture of footsteps in the snow. Now, these footsteps look to be either dirty or they have to have some kind of heat because it looks like they may have burnt the snow. I know, snow can be burnt, right? Wow. Goodness, you learn something new every day. If these footsteps are in fact so hot that they burn the snow, who were they from? I think there's only one reasonable explanation. The gingerbread man. Good night, everybody. Electro. That's the end of my video. Peace. Later. No, this is actually a much bigger video than that. When I saw this picture, I was like, wow, Electro's feet. That's cool. I hope we get to see him. Then I got to think about Electro's the villain. Wow. Then I got to thinking about, wait a minute, but then Rhino's also rumored because he hasn't been confirmed. We also got a Black Cat who's rumored. And then people are also throwing out these things from left field. Yeah, Hobgoblin may be in there. Green Goblin may be in there. Venom may be in there. Blah, 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 blah. I hope the movie isn't bad like Spider-Man 3 was. Because Spider-Man 3 was clearly bad because of the number of villains. I'm going to tell you. I said this before in a video and I got a lot of people, you know, like, what? What? How? Wow. Spider-Man 3 was not bad because of the number of villains. It was bad because of the story and the way the villains were handled. You can have as many villains as you want. And remember, I did say this before in a video and people were like, how is this possible? And I can tell you. If all of these villains have a role in the story that makes sense, the movie can be good. If you have villains just thrown in there, it could work. As long as they're not the main antagonist. What is a protagonist and antagonist? The protagonist is not the hero. The protagonist is the main character. What is the antagonist? The person that gets in the way of the protagonist, of the main character. Now, if you have multiple antagonists, and these antagonists are not supporting the story in positive ways, the movie will not be good. Now, I'm going to give you an example of how I would imagine all of these villains being. And I'm going to say villains, not antagonists. There can be multiple antagonists and multiple protagonists, but I would consider them secondary protagonists and secondary antagonists. There's always going to be the main, the main. How could this work? I'm going to first go back to my The Amazing Spider-Man 2 Part 1 video. I've talked about Shocker. Shocker. He's not the main villain of the movie. You wouldn't know that yet because I haven't introduced him because I haven't released other parts. But he's not the main villain, guys. He's not. Shocker is there to introduce things for the future, and that's it. Would that make my story bad? No, because he's taken care of like that. His story is wrapped. I'm not letting it dwell on to overlap with other things because it doesn't make sense. When things are left to dwell on, things that are supposed to be stopped, and they're left to dwell on, that's when the movie gets muddled. Spider-Man 3, prime example. Eddie Brock, he's so mad, blah, 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 blah. Let it dwell. Then, hey, Sandman, I have to get the money for my daughter, and I have to do that illegally and not get a job. Let it dwell. Harry and Spider-Man, you killed my father, Peter. Let it dwell. When all these things dwell, it gets muddled, instead of it stopping. Instead of it straight up Sandman, story going, and Harry's story going, we have Eddie Brock shoved into there. Like he's shoved, which makes it bad. Eddie Brock's story is stupid. Then with Sandman's unbelievable story, it's stupid. Also, it has to be with how the story is. I could write a good story and have all those characters in there. It would be a lot different, but it would be good. It's not the number of villains. It's the way the villains are handled. And the way that they impact the story. And the way that their story is to begin with. Because if you have unbelievable characters, you're going to have an unbelievable story. And the story that's unbelievable is not always bad, but when you want it to be believable, that's bad. Oh goodness, I feel like we just had a brain thing. Did you feel it? You didn't? Alright, then I'm by myself. But, guys, I just wanted to let you know that I don't think that the number of villains will make any movie bad. You can have as many villains as you want as long as they belong in the story, or they help show something about a character. They have to be there for a purpose and for a reason that is good and will be positives, not negatives. Don't just have them in there and them not have anything to do with anything, or not have their story wrap up when it needs to. Because you don't want to have a muddled mess. You want to have a clean cut, story. I know you're right now going, wow, that does make sense. Also, no, Venom's not going to be in the movie. No, Goblin's not going to be in the movie in its entirety. Black Cat may. She may. Rhino may for a second. The car flipping, that may be Rhino. That's it. Rhino's he's not going to be there the whole movie. The main antagonist will be Electro. The main protagonist will be Spider-Man. Me and you, we just connected. We did.
And we also got some new news today, guys. From Dane DeHaan, aka Harry Osborn. When speaking with Collider, he said something about the script. He said, "It's awesome. It really is. It's human and it's deep and it's also epic and it's still a huge superhero movie. But it all makes sense and it all comes from very human elements, and I think people are really going to love it." And he also, when talking about Chris Cooper, said, "I'm so excited. I made my first movie ever with Chris Cooper. In a way, it's all come full circle. I have mad respect for Chris Cooper. He's just amazing."
So guys, this comes to the point when I ask you guys, what do you think? Do you honestly think that the number of villains will make this story bad? Do you think that the movie's not going to be good because of the number of villains? And do you think that a movie could be good with any number of villains? I think that yes. It doesn't matter how many number. It doesn't matter if it's 7. It doesn't matter if it's 1. It doesn't matter if it's 35. As long as they have a good purpose and good reasoning and help move the story forward and not down backwards, then you can do a good movie or a good story, a good anything, good game, good story, good anything. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Venom2Million, the 2 million. You can follow me on Instagram, Venom2Million, where I post pictures. I'm going to be using these social networks a lot more. You can also like me on the Facebook, because the Facebook is where the videos are shown, where I can communicate easier. I can communicate easier with all of you on everything, and I would love to communicate with you even more. So as always, I thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you like the video, if you like Spider-Man, if you like video games, because I got some more video games videos coming out today. Today, hopefully not late because my computer sucks. And hit that subscribe button if you're new. Not up there. I know it's not up there. I just did. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. That way, you can stay in tune with the videos. Stay in tune. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. Peace. 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 Make music.